What's going on, guys? And welcome back to another episode. Apologies for the lateness. It is my fault having to get a few things still ready. But yeah, we're back. Hope everyone is doing well. Of course, the season starts in a couple of days. Hope you do enjoy our episode tonight. Of course, episode 83. First one going into the new season. Make sure you get all your comments, likes. Make sure you subscribe as well. We're, I think, 11 away. Make sure you subscribe to Josh as well. Follow me and Josh on TikTok, which you probably already are anyway. Neil should be with us within around 5 or 10 minutes, so we'll quickly get started without him. Of course, there's plenty to talk about, and we need to wrap things up pretty quickly tonight because, you know, Josh is away on holiday. Well, first of all, Josh, how are you, mate? How is La France going for you? Is it good?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, we're in France. It's a tough one. The weather has been it's been shite. I'll be honest. You've paid to come away, and then you've got British weather. So, but yeah, it's nice. We're on a massive family holiday. There's 52 of us. So it's it's good. It's a lot, but it's good. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, mate, all good. Yeah, just been obviously chilling it. 6 weeks off, so just been chilling. Obviously getting prepared for the new season. Excited for that. Yeah. What's your actual thoughts going into the season? How are you feeling? You nervous, excited, optimistic, confident? What's your thoughts?
I am. My hopes very much rest on, do we keep Connor?
Yeah.
To ask me that at the end of the transfer window, because it's tough. It's tough. As you say, we must go up, but it's just very difficult to know and picture that happening without Connor. But listen, I don't know, man, because if we recruit well, if we replace him well, then I'm optimistic. But this striker announcement tomorrow will be interesting, put it that way.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, to be fair, we'll get into that pretty quickly. We'll quickly get into that, then we'll of course get into Ellis. Even into Adam as well. Adam Saunders, Ben Gill, Shambles Gas. Jason MH, even to you as well, said, whereabouts? I live in Toulouse.
We're in Brittany.
Brittany Gas, love it.
Brittany Gas.
Love to see it. But yeah, keep getting in your comments. Let's get into it because, of course, the fans forum, I haven't listened to it yet. I will listen to it fully back after we finish. But, of course, that is there at the moment tonight. Richie Bates, Darryl Clark and Ricky Martin. There has been a lot of course, talk. Dan has obviously kindly put out the tweet saying that Ricky Martin and Darryl basically admitted that we're announcing a striker tomorrow. Whether they'll be ready for Saturday is another matter. We don't know how many games, etc. We don't know who it is. There's been a couple of names that Justin Abikwu, who's been on loan at Grimsby, and the Swiss striker. I think it's Fabrizio Cabernet. There's a lot of talk. I don't really believe that so much. I don't know who it's going to be, but yeah, what's your thoughts? Because obviously me and you both done our videos. Everyone also said after Ellis signed that we need another striker as well. What's your thoughts on signing another striker, and who do you think it will be, and what sort of profile do you want it to be?
Profile, I want someone who scores goals.
Yeah, just scores goals.
You know what I mean? Like I want a Victor Gyökeres up top. You know, someone who just
that'd be nice,
bags goals. Yeah. Don't care don't care what profile they are. I just want goals, bro. Names. Listen, we've heard Justin Abikwu, we've heard Fabrizio Cabernet, whatever. Yeah. I'm not convinced it's either. If I'm honest, I'm not convinced it's either of those. But again, that's purely because I don't know anything about the Swiss lad, and Abikwu, I feel he's League One level. So I don't know. I'm not sure. But what I need from this striker signing is that's your main striker.
Yeah, that's the main one. Yeah.
Yeah. Then it's Promise and Ellis who can battle it out for the. You know, I need that. I'm not. And listen, I'm Promise's biggest advocate. Everyone knows that. But his injury history, Prom's injury history is it's worrying. So, you know, can we count on Prom to be available for the whole season? And then if you're going into the season with Ellis and then this other striker, it's, you know, without another striker. That's a concern. So we need this third striker, and I'm excited about that because a striker signing always gets people excited, you know. So yeah, I'm not sure who it is, but I just need someone who's obsessed with scoring goals because you've got at MK, you know, you've got Patterson, you've got Collins, you've got Hogan, you've got Hepburn Murphy up top, and did I miss anyone in the up top department? Anyway, that's goals, you know.
Yeah, it's goals.
You've got players like Harry Smith at Swindon. You've got Stockton at Salford. You've got
Will Grigg at Chesterfield.
And
the new striker
you've got big boy hitters, and we need a big boy hitter.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, that's my thoughts. Completely agree. Be interesting to see who it is. But yeah, we will find out. Jake, even to Jacob as well. And even to Jerry as well, Exeter Gas, love it. Yusuf as well, saying, or both him and Jacob saying, Swiss lad spotted outside Bristol Friar along with Matt Harold. So there we go. To be fair, I'm not surprised you didn't mention Matt Tubbs. To be honest, Tubbsy. I think Neil is here. Yeah, he is. Neil is here. We can add him in. How are you doing, Neil? You good?
The goat.
The goat is back.
Happening, all right.
How are you doing?
Ticking over, you know.
Yeah, definitely. That's it. Just ticking over. I mean, yeah, we've pretty much went into just obviously the striker stuff. What's your thoughts on that? Obviously Josh but basically said goals. We want goals. What's your thoughts on that? And also obviously me and Josh will get into it in a minute, but we give your thoughts first. What's your thoughts on Ellis returning as well? It feels like 2016, 2014 back over again. What do you make of the Ellis signing on a free transfer on a 1-year contract?
I mean, I don't hate it. Like I said before, Ellis has got plenty of decent attributes, especially for the division.
Yeah,
but it doesn't scream goals. But I think you'd be hard pushed to find anyone of any note that scores 20 goals in League Two. It's not a thing. Do you know what I mean? You don't get 20 plus goal scorers in League Two. They very rarely come along. I think it's a savvy addition. I think it's more of an addition to appease Clark. Really, is getting someone in the building that he knows, that he trusts.
Yeah.
Because this group is a lot different to the one that he moulded before.
So,
but I think for League Two especially, I think one of Ellis's biggest attributes would be what he does in the other box from set pieces. We were horrendous from dead balls, defending dead balls. And I think Ellis adds an element of us being able to get out of trouble with winning first contacts from defending dead balls from wide areas. I think he helps us out in that department. He'll help us out in the same department in the other box, whether that is through scoring goals, but I just think he'll add a presence. And I just think if you play the percentages, then Ellis will probably be a steady signing for us at this level.
Yeah, definitely. Jacob saying that Ellis interview was a hard watch. Stephen said if we lose nobody, the squad looks good enough. Phil's a good season, but that's the thing. Because we'll obviously get into it in a minute what we think of that. But yeah, there is. So obviously there's a lot of rumours at the moment, and there's still ages left in the window as well. What else we got? We got tuning in from Jakarta as well. Good to see you back. Says Buenos. I'm not going to say the rest of it. But yeah, Josh, what's your thoughts on the? Obviously, I know you've done your stuff like I have, but looking back at it now, a couple of days since we signed him, what do you make of the signing? Ellis is home.
Me, yeah.
Yeah.
I always said this, and it's difficult because you get so many flip-floppy fans in this fan base, as does every fan base. You know, I say so many players are good signings and superb players, and then when I criticize one player, apparently you're negative. And what I was concerned about is that if he comes in to be our starting striker, that's a problem.
Yeah,
that's it. If he's the third choice, if he's taken over that experience off the field and he can make an impact on the pitch as well, because let's face it, Ellis Harrison, when full of confidence, can score goals and is a tough player to play against. He's fantastic in the air. But I just think it's like we need more. To compete with what else is out there, we need more. So I'm all for the signing. I love Ellis. Anyone who knows me personally knows how much I love Ellis. He was one of my favourite players at the Mem. I thought he was unbelievable. We have a lot to owe him to going up from the National League, but he has to be that rotational option. We can't go into a season in 2025 as Ellis Harrison as your starting striker, in my opinion. I like him. He brings a lot. But I just feel we need more, and it looks like tomorrow we are. So I'm happy. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, definitely. Even to Patrick Welsh as well. Appreciate it. Keep getting in your comments. I agree with you. Again, I like Ellis. Like you said, it just feels because I'm trying to look at both sides, which I think you need to do. It does feel a little bit, underwhelming when you see what MK and, Chesterfield and whatever, are doing. Again, I think he's a good player. I think if you look at his, like I said in my video the other day, if you look at stats wise, what he's done, he comes in and if you base it off last season, he comes in as our best striker, like technically, if we're looking back at last season and what Ellis has done. I think it's quite interesting with Ellis because if you look at a lot of his goals that he scored with us, in that 18-yard box, he was an absolute nuisance because literally he's one of those where he was always getting the right areas.
Yeah.
I think, like you mentioned, he's really good at heading, holding the ball up. Neil mentioned good in both boxes as well, which, like you said, last season, set piece wise was an absolute shambles. I think he can start some games, all depending on what form he's on. It's going to be interesting to see if he's in the squad because I know he's been with the PFA, but I'm not sure how many games, how many minutes he's played. Hopefully we can see him in the squad, at least off the bench. I think, like you both said, I think overall, we know what he brings. He's had promotion with us before. He's had good years at Port Vale with Darryl Clark as well. Yes, it probably isn't first, second or third choice, but I still think it's a good addition. Like you said, hopefully, we can use him right. Because like you said, if he's on form, of course, then start him. But, like you said, I wouldn't mind him starting, but it all depends on sort of what game, what test, etc. But overall, I agree that I think it is a good signing. It's just, like you said, when you see what MK are doing, especially, I know Rovers are not going to win the league anyway. Like, I don't think we've ever won the league in my lifetime. Maybe before I was watching them, but it's one of those, to be fair. But I think we can all think it's a good signing, and let's see what happens. And like you said, another striker coming in tomorrow, etc. Let's quickly get. Let's look at quickly pre-season. I know obviously pre-season is really just keeping fitness, minutes. Hopefully no injuries. I know we've had. I think a couple. Obviously, Shaq Ford is injured. There was talk that Saturi was injured, but I'm not really sure what's going on until we see the team really. But 4 wins, 2 defeats. I know, of course, a lot of the wins have come against teams, non-league, etc. But from what highlights, what people have seen, obviously, if you've managed to watch a game, etc. What have you two made? I'll start with you, Neil. What's your overall thoughts? Obviously, I know you said to me, and like most fans, really, it's not really too much to take from it in terms of what's going to happen throughout the season. But what do you make of, or what have you made of pre-season? If you've seen anything.
Yeah, I think the people that have worked the hardest over pre-season is this media team, because the agenda is pretty clear, isn't it? Of what we are, what we're looking to be, who the assets are, because anyone who gets any sort of time is the ones that are going to make you a bit of money. I just think that it's all been about driving the agenda this pre-season. Clark's back, everything's going to be great, everything's going to be wonderful. You know what I mean? And the agenda's been driven, but before you know it, we're going to be into October, November, and everything that falls by the wayside. Pre-season, yeah, to an element, it is about building fitness, but it's not about building fitness immediately. Trust me, these lads, it's going to take 10, 12 games before their lungs stop burning.
Yeah.
And pre-season's really to make you be able to go again, build a tank in you to go again after Christmas, and get all them games out of the way, and still have enough in the tank to keep going if you're not breaking down. And then there's another question for this squad: is if it's not fragile enough to be able to do that at the minute.
Yeah.
But pre-season predominantly is about building bonds, togetherness, and understanding. Trying to build a culture. What are we? What are our non-negotiables? Who are we? What do we stand for? All the stuff we were shite at last year, like that needs to be built, created, and gelled together so that you can look at each other before you walk out at kickoff and know exactly what you're about. Keep going back to the League Two side, knew exactly who they were and what they were about and what they were non-negotiable were. And you'll soon find out whether this side has got a bit of that or it's all smoke. So we'll see. But from what I've seen of it, not convinced.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, like you said, there is a lot of, of course, loads of change. I think 17 players have left, 9 tomorrow that are going to be coming in. So far, obviously, we can still lose plenty. There's, like we said, there's still loads. Yeah, I mean, I'll get to Josh in a minute. Yeah, for me, it's been interesting to see, obviously, the style. Like, what I've seen, it looks like we're going to be, and I answered this on Tom's post, Tom Journo's post earlier on Twitter as well. From what I've seen, and for who we're signing, etc., it looks like there's going to be a lot of crosses, keep it basic, get down the line, cross it in, sort of thing. That's what it's looked like. We've looked, obviously looking at more of the Coventry game, of course, because they're the toughest we've played in Oxford. We have looked defensively well structured, and pretty solid in that aspect. But obviously it's completely different. When the league starts, we'll obviously see what's going to happen. Mainly played a three at the back, which is fair enough. From what I've seen, I've been to all the games apart from the Stockport game, which I watched. From what I've seen, we've looked more fluid and better attacking wise and creative wise when we've played a four at the back. That's from what I've seen. Obviously, we'll get into lineups, etc. later on. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts. Obviously, Blongo's played the most minutes. Interesting that he's been as a centre back. I know he said he's played there, but that still gives me it's a bit dodgy for me. I'd rather have him play as a wing back or a left back, but it is what it is. Josh, what have you made? And of course, let us know in the comments as well. Josh, what have you made of what you've seen, what you've heard, what team we've played, minutes, etc.?
I've been a little bit. I mean, firstly, it's pre-season, so you can't care that much, right?
Yeah.
But I have been a little bit underwhelmed in pre-season. Like what was it? 8 goals scored in 6 games. Is that right?
Yeah, 8 goals scored, 7 conceded.
Yeah, something like that. So defensively, we've looked good.
Yeah.
All right, we've looked decent defensively, but attacking wise, we saw it last season under Matty Taylor. Matt Taylor, sorry, not Matty.
Yeah, don't say that name.
My heart skipped a beat. There's no attacking oomph in that formation, I find, and it's quite frustrating. And I know it sounds Michael Owen, but if you don't score, you don't win games. So I hope that he can strike that fine balance.
Yeah,
I have been really impressed with Dan Ellison.
Yeah, Dan Ellison.
As you might see in my predictions in a minute, or lineups.
He was class at Oxford.
Absolutely sensational. I've been really impressed with Southwood. I think that Sparks has looked decent. I think Conce's been looking good as well. Attacking wise, Kofi's looked good. LT's looked good.
Yeah.
But it's pre-season. It's done at 50%, and the players know it too. So, not much more to say really. It's nice to see that Dewsbury's looked good as well. So
it's Dewsbury's 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think he'll stick around this season as well, or at least till Jan. So yeah, I've been a little bit underwhelmed with some of the performances in an attacking sense, but a little bit kind of I feel quietly optimistic defensively. Put it
Yeah,
that
yeah.
way.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, I think every guy said can say the exactly the same thing about going forward. Yeah, we haven't really been creating loads of chances. Yeah, and obviously not scoring many goals. Obviously, still we don't really want to talk about last season, but like everyone, it always, when it's happened last season, it's always in the back of your mind, isn't it? Even as a fan it's going to be as a player as well, I would imagine. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I agree with Ellis. I think Ellison's improved every game I've seen him. Yeah, it's been quite interesting. Yeah, like you mentioned, I would say probably the best player I would probably say is Senior and LT. I think are top two. Yeah, South was looked good, but like you said, it's pre-season. Look at last year. I think me and you, Josh, both said, after we basically when obviously we'll get onto our predictions in a minute with certain players, etc. But me and you last season, because he looked quality in pre-season with the system that we were playing. We both said Joel Senior, and then he gets, I think, injured second game, and he's out, and he doesn't look the same player. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, Mika's a shout as well. He's looked good. Whether he'll stay in the team, I'm not sure. Yeah, Jacob said about Mika. I hope Mika gets a chance. How's Connor Taylor as a captain? Yeah, he's been good, but again, yeah, he could be off. Hopefully not, but yeah. Senior looked good against Coventry. Looked a lot more comfortable than Southern held. Says Bueno as well. Ben saying Coventry was very professional. If I was Oxford, I would be worried. Yeah, again, it's pre-season as well. Although I do think Oxford will struggle. We were solid, but yeah, if I was Oxford, I would be worried. To be fair, only really conceded 2 quality goals as well. Said Jacob, Coventry and Stockport free kick. All other goals were sloppy and mistakes. And yeah, basically echoing what we've all said. Going forward, obviously needs to improve, creating more chances, etc. It's one of those, isn't it? It's pre-season, etc. Obviously, in terms of before we start doing our predictions and getting into obviously Harrogate and where we think some teams will finish in League Two. Neil, what? Again, we talked about this on our last pod, which was I think on the 10th of July, just before we played Stockport, I believe. Looking at the squad and what we're getting in, for you, how many more positions do you think we need to improve on, and how many signings would you say we need? And then I'll get into Josh, and let us know in the comments as well.
I don't know. It's hard to say in it because if you expect 2 exits, you're going to need to replace those.
Yeah,
you're going to want to add more volume to the middle of that midfield for sure.
Yeah.
And I just think probably the spine of the side, you're going to probably want to have to keep blitzing the spine of that side, whether that be with loans or something you can bring in on a permanent. But again, it all depends on what the caliber of what you're bringing in. Are you bringing it in for volume because you need boots on the ground, or have you identified someone that you think can really transform this side? I'm not desperately convinced that this football club's a desperately appealing club to come to. Do you know what I mean? You look at some of the other teams in this division, the trajectory they're on a better trajectory than what we are. And if you're going to get a player to say, do you know what, well, you can come to this football club because we're going to pay you the best money. That I know that's how footballers work, but is that the fella you want? No, it's a difficult one. I think we won't. I don't think we'll get as many as we'd like. I think we'll start the season light, and I think we'll probably finish August light as well.
Yeah. Yeah, well, interesting. Obviously, he's going to say that anyway, but Darryl Clark did say that he hopes the squad to be better than what it is before we started. So, yeah, like you said, I think it all depends on, certain... Because like you mentioned, obviously, Connor Taylor's been heavy rumoured. There's talks on Kofi going. So, yeah, it's very tough, isn't it? I mean, yeah, if the squad... for example, obviously, if... Say Connor and Kofi go, which has been heavily linked, then I think you would need, Obviously, Mola's not played a single minute of pre-season. That's another thing to... I think you probably need at least one, if not two centre-halves. I think you need probably one, if not two centre midfielders. Striker, obviously, is going to be sorted tomorrow. I don't think we'll get any more after that. I think it'll leave with 5, and maybe whether Dewsbury goes out on loan or stays till January, I'm not sure. And definitely at least one winger. I'd probably say still another 5 or 6, if I'm being really honest. Hopefully, I would rather have quality over quantity. I'm sure Daryl and Ricky Martin would as well, but let's see what happens. Like you said, it's very hard. It's so disappointing and frustrating that we've managed to go down, because the difference in quality of players you can sign is pretty massive. So I think that doesn't help at all. Josh, what's your thoughts on what you would like to see? For example, if Connor and Kofi go, how many do you think, and what positions do you think we need?
I do think we have to accept that Connor is going to go. I think that I saw so many comments of, well, Connor's and Kofi, they're both in the the media day video. Well, obviously, obviously they're contracted to the club, mate. So don't read into that. I think we might have to accept that Connor is going. I don't really know about Kofi, to be fair on it.
Yeah, I'm only going off rumours, but
I know, but I'm thinking, is it a huge loss if we do lose Kofi? Like, I don't know. I like Kofi a lot, but he hasn't scored or assisted for the club, and I know he's a jewel. I know he's a diamond in the rough, if that makes sense. But I'd be much more gutted if we lost Connor. I still feel we need 4 or 5, regardless. And I agree with Neil. I think we will be slightly light, but I think a lot of clubs will, to be fair.
Yeah. There is still a lot of time. So
yeah. There's over a month left.
Yeah. There's still loads. Jacob saying all depends on how much we get for these players. Kyogulo, even if anyone deserves time to build and our trust, is Daryl Clark. Surely he's earned that at the very least. If Ellis is good enough for Daryl, that's good enough for me. That's fair enough. Of course, there will be, on loads of different opinions on everything. So, just keep getting in your comments. Right, let's get into... I don't think there's any more needs to chat about the squad. We've done pre-season. We've done Ellis. We've talked about what has gone on during the forum. Right, let's get into the league predictions. And this doesn't have to be in order, by the way. This can just be, say, your top... Obviously, we'll get into the Rovers one in a minute, but just say your top 7 and then bottom 2. It doesn't have to be in order. And let us know in the comments as well. Of course, I will be getting mine out tomorrow. My league... Yeah, me and Josh will be getting ours out tomorrow, so you can see ours then. Neil, what's your top 7 and then your bottom 2 in League 2? But like I said, it don't have to be in order.
I think we're bottom 2. Harrogate and Cheltenham.
It's a tough one, isn't it? But
top 7. I'll probably go Chesterfield, MK Dons, Grimsby, Salford, Swindon. How many is that?
5, 6, I think.
Bromley, maybe Fleetwood.
They'll be right up there.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and like I said, let us know in the comments as well what you think. Josh, again, no particular order. Who are yours?
Oh, I've got it in order, mate. I'm ready to go.
You've got it in order. That's fair enough. Yeah, top 7 and bottom 2.
Top 7: Swindon, Gillingham, Grimsby, Colchester, Rovers, because we have to. I'm not overly confident, but we have to. If we don't, it's pathetic.
Yeah, only because we must.
We have to. Chesterfield, MK Dons.
Interesting. And who's
if we don't, he goes, yeah?
I'd say you're trying to catch me out again, bro. But
I'm not trying to catch you out. I'm just accountability, innit?
If we don't go up,
fall into the love trap.
If we don't go up, he goes. That's my opinion. If we don't go up this season, I think that's a failure, and I think that's not good enough.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bottom 2 is so easy. Newport and Accrington Stanley. They're definitely gone.
Newport and Accrington. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, it's a tough one,
gone.
isn't it? Because Accrington always seem to be near it, but always seem to stay up.
They are miles off it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Right. Bottom 2 for me, I'll go Newport and Cheltenham. I just don't. I think Cheltenham will lose Archer and Thomas before the window, and I don't. Their squad's miles away.
Grab one of them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Cheltenham and Newport, top 7 in no particular order. Rovers, because we must. I'm a little confident, but not as confident as I would have been.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, we'll see. So Rovers, Swindon, MK, Chesterfield, Colchester, and Salford. I think that's 7. That's my top 7. Yeah, I think it's really. It could be. It literally could be anyone, but that's what I'll go with. Top 7. Right, let's get into our Rovers predictions, and of course, join in the chat as well. Feel free to leave them after as well if you're not watching it live, and keep hitting the like button. There's over 80 of you in, so really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new, because before we started, we were 11 away from 6,000. Make sure you subscribe to Josh, follow me, Neil, follow the podcast on everything if you haven't already. But yeah, let us know your Rovers predictions. We're going to be going top goal scorer, most improved, most assists, obviously where we're finishing, young player, and best signing. So let us know. We'll go with you, Neil. So we do it on. We'll start with top goals, then we'll go round, and then we'll do it again for the. So Neil, you're first. Where are Rovers finishing?
11th.
God, I fully hope we don't.
That's
fair
vile.
enough, though. 11th. God.
That is vile.
Do you want to give any reasoning?
Because we're shit.
Yeah. How many of these that we've still got can you hang your hat on to deliver a performance every single week over 40 games?
That's fair.
Yeah, that's true.
You've got players here that have taken a significant pay cut due to contract that are going to be sulking because of it. You've got players here that clearly want out of the football club. And I think when you look at League Two, I think that no matter how technically gifted you think this side is, once it gets to let's get about this football side, I think we'll crumble. I don't think there's enough in that side to be able to outdog another team. You look at the sides that I've just mentioned there, like a side like a Bromley. If you go toe to toe with them as far as trying to run over them, they'll run over you. This side isn't built to put the fight up.
Yeah.
This squad isn't built from what I'm looking at it in personnel. Forget about when it's going nice and you can move the ball and you can get it to wide areas and put it. When a side don't let you do that and go, do you know what, we're just going to go and get after you, I think we'll fold against sides like that.
Yeah, that I agree. The fact that we still need, when we mentioned it on the last pod we done, we still need that them a few dogs, a few experienced old heads that is gonna really when we are on bad form or when we are 1-0 down away at
I just think it looks soft. I just look at that squad, it looks soft.
We still need that. I mean, and we need proper like whether it's like a Coots, a Mansell, and this ain't just going off it because yes, we've had success in those teams, but I think in every side, every promotion chasing side, you need a few of those. And at the moment there isn't really many of them that I can think. We still need those leaders that, like you said, if you're doing shit, you need someone to tell them, what are you playing at? We need accountability, stuff like that, like what we didn't have last season, basically. But that's fair enough. 11th. Josh, where are you going? Gas are finishing.
Well, I said it before. I'll say it again. 3rd, because we have to. I understand that there's a lot of dross. I know there's a lot of dross from last season there still at the club, but it's it is an expectation. You just have to. It has
Yeah.
to happen. I also want to say third because I think if we went playoffs, I'm not convinced we'd win them. So I'm saying third because we have to get promoted. This is an absolute must in my opinion. So I'm going with third. I know people are going to laugh at that. However, if you look at every single other content creator, they've all said we're finishing in the top 3, top 4 maximum.
Yeah, I've seen some
exactly.
of them. Some of them have said we're going to win the league, mind.
Yeah, no chance. But I know that
No.
I know that we see our boys week in, week out. I get that, but we have to get promoted out of this league. We just have to. And if we can figure it out, how to be physical, then I think we'll be all right. But yeah, I'm going third. We have to get out of this division at first time of asking. It's imperative.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris saying I think we'll struggle. Again, saying we'll struggle with goals. So Neil thinks our players aren't good enough over 46 games a season, but Clark should go if we're not promoted.
I think there's probably plenty of ability in that building, but I don't think there's enough character in it, to be honest. And over a season, that normally seems to tell. You can speak of a lot of football clubs that have got a lot of gifted players, but what happens when they go out there on the grass and do anything? That's pretty much what happened last season to us, wasn't it? We was meant to be a real threat next season. We absolutely crumbled because we had nothing about us. Those players are still here. And if the objective, well, let's go on any line of work. If the objective is what the objective is, and you don't do it, then you've not done your job properly, and therefore there should be consequences, right? And if the objective is promotion and we don't get it, then on your way.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What else? Needs someone who's going to dish out hairdryer treatment. Yeah, facts, Jacob. Facts. Right, me, I'm also going third. Only because we must, again.
Yeah,
I still even think, and I know, fair enough, some players obviously didn't perform to nowhere near enough their ability last season, but I still think there's quality there. I'm hoping Darryl can get the best out of them. And I still think there is good players here. But like you said, it all depends. Like we mentioned, Conte and especially Taylor. For example, if you at the moment, I don't really I don't think trust is the right word, but I'm not sure where my head would be in terms of if we lost Connor Taylor and Conte, for example, or whoever, whether we would replace them with the right quality. But I'm still going third. I trust Darryl. We must. The last 2 times we've been in this league, we've been promoted automatically third. So I'm going with that. There we go. Right. So next one is top goal scorer. You don't have to give the amount of goals if you don't want to, but if you want to, then feel free. Neil, who's going to be our top goal scorer?
As it stands at the minute, I can't see past Ellis, to be honest. Just given on what he's done previously, as far as what he's weighed in with it, League Two, what we've got in the building at the minute, what that looked like last season. I just can't see past Ellis, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Josh, who is going to be your top goal scorer, and how many goals if you want to give that?
I'm going to be slightly different on this one. I'm going to say our top goal scorer is the striker we sign tomorrow.
Interesting.
So whoever that is, I want you to put their name. And actually, unless it's Jordan Garrick, then I take that back. But the striker we sign tomorrow will be our top goal scorer. I don't know who that is, but that's going to be down to you, my friend, to re-edit these.
That's fine.
But
that's
don't
what
worry.
I'm going to go for. Yeah, they will. They'll be posted everywhere, so people can laugh at us, chat crap, whatever.
I mean, no context. Rovers is probably clipping this right now.
yeah, probably. I almost want to say the same, but I don't know who it's going to be. If it's Garrick or someone,
what's like that a gamble, mate?
If it's the Swiss striker with Europa League goals and experience, then I don't know.
Jacob just said John Stead.
Yeah, John Stead. There was talk mine on the forum that he was going to put on a shirt, apparently.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, there are some dumbos in there. Aren't there? Absolute dumbos.
Oh, it's a tough one. I'm also... Oh, God, this is tough. If he stays, then I'll go Soterio.
Fair.
I'll say Soterio. I'm not sure. Like I mentioned on Tom's thing as well, I think this isn't going to be a one. This isn't going to be like what we've had in the past, I don't think, where we've had the Snake, Chris Martin, Lambert, whoever, getting like 20 goals. I think this is going to be, different players hopefully chipping in 6, 7, 8 goals each, but we'll see. Right, next one is most improved. Neil, who are you going for?
I think if he gets minutes and he decides that he can fit him into his side and he wants to play him, I think it would probably be Isaac Hutchinson.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Given on what he can do at League Two.
Fair.
Yeah, that is true. I'm going to go Shaq Ford. I think there's quality. Pre-season, he's looked good, but it's pre-season. But I'm going to go with Shaq Ford. I've got faith in Shaq. Josh, who are you going for?
Well, I hope firstly Shaq's injury isn't too bad. And secondly, I need some redemption, boys. So I'm going Joel Senior, because last year he absolutely cooked me. So I'm going Joel Senior to be the most improved.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I was going to go with him, but yeah, I'll stick with Shaq. I'll stick with Shaq.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good mix. I think they're all good players.
Yeah. Most assists, Neil.
Oh,
I think if Ellis is going to be who scores the most amount of goals for us, however many that will be, it's going to come from assists from wide areas. So I'd say Sparks, probably.
I agree.
Yeah, that's a shout, actually.
I agree. I'm going Jackie Sparks, mate. I think I totally agree with that.
Yeah, it all depends on what system. Because if we were going to play a 4-3-3 and we knew we were going to play that, then I'd go Luke Thomas. But as we don't know at the moment, I'll also say Jack Sparks. So that's all of us, going with Sparks. Most assists. There we go. Best signing, Neil.
Southwood.
Yeah,
I think he'll be busier than people would like to think, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Thing is, that's boring, isn't it, if I say the same thing? But I do agree. So if anyone is clipping this, I agree. But I'm going to go Kilgore just for this. I'm just going to go Kilgore to just get the mentality right in the place. And I just feel he needs... What he brings behind the scenes, I think, is going to be invaluable. So I agree with Southwood. That was my pick, but I'll change it and go Kilgore.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll go...
Macaulay Southern Hills.
Do you know what? I'll go for our new striker. I'll go for the new striker, just to be different.
I love it.
I would have also said Southwood, but I'll go for the new striker. Hopefully it's Macaulay Langstaff in my dreams. But yeah, there we go. What else have we got? I think that's it. Oh, young player, actually. Young player.
Okay.
This is under 23. This is a tough one.
What's Conte, 22?
Yeah, Conte. Yeah.
Well, if he's still here, him.
Yeah, I agree. Josh?
Oh, again, I agree, but I'm also really feeling Ellison.
Yeah. It all depends.
It depends. I don't know. I mean, listen, under 23, I'll go Conte. I mean, under
obviously,
under 21, I would say Ellison. Yeah, I'll go Conte. I'll go Camille Conte, baller.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Right, Josh, you need to go in a minute. So,
yes.
Do you want to quickly give a prediction for Harrogate? And obviously, me and Neil will have to finish off. But yeah, Josh has got to go because obviously he's with loads of his family, so he's taken obviously time out.
I've left the missus. She put the boy down. She's out there with 52 of my entire step family, so I feel a bit bad. I want to make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right. So,
prediction and goal scorers for Harrogate, and then obviously
so
Millwall.
do you want my lineup or just predictions?
Yeah,
for
yeah,
goals?
yeah. You can chuck your lineup as well if you want. Yeah.
Okay, lineup. So what's the formation we've been playing most?
3-5-2
3-5-2. Yeah, okay, fine. That's
or
what I've got.
3-4-1-2, however you want to.
Yeah, all
But
right. I've gone.
this could also be your preferred team, but obviously, yeah, if we think
Yeah,
Dow's going to play a three at the back,
it will be my preferred team,
yeah,
and it will be in that formation because I know that's what he's going to play. So
Yeah.
it will be Southwood Senior, and then it will be Kilgore, Connor Taylor. I actually would like to see Ellison start. I know that's ridiculous.
I don't think it is ridiculous. He's been.
I just know that it's a big. I'm going Ellison. I'm going Ellison.
Yeah.
And then left back, I'm going left wing back. I'm going Jack Sparks. And then I'm doing two in the midfield of Josh McEachran and Camille Conte.
Yeah.
And I'll stick. We'll go Hutch in there.
Yeah.
We'll go Hutch, and then up top, it's got to be Soterio and Promise. It just has to be. Because I can't imagine Dewsbury's going to start the opening game of the season. But yeah, Soterio and Promise for me.
That's fair. That's
predictions.
Predictions and goal scorers.
I'm going to go 2-0 Gas.
Yeah.
2-0 Gas. Goal scorers, I'm going to go with Promise. I just feel he needs one. And then I'm going to go with Ellis off the bench. Why not?
Imagine that. Ellis off the bench. That'd be perfect.
Listen, lads, it's been an absolute pleasure. I do have to go.
No worries, man.
Neil, lovely to see you, mate, as always. And Charlie, the grind you've put in over this summer has been fantastic. And I'm really proud of you to be back on the TikTok hype, and you're getting all the recognition you deserve, mate. All right. So well done, guys. And I will catch you,
man. Legend.
All tomorrow. And look out for something coming out tomorrow from me and Hayner. All right.
Oh, yeah. See you in a bit.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys. And out the gas.
Yeah. Out the gas.
Come on, mate.
See you in a bit, lad. Well, there we go. Yeah, Josh is off family time, which is absolutely fair enough. But yeah, keep liking. Me and Neil obviously will get into Harrogate now. We won't be too long anyway. Apologies because my light is just broke. So there we go. Shambles gas as always. Yeah. For what do you make going into Saturday's game? Obviously, Harrogate finished 18th last season. They've been, I think this is their 5th or 6th season going into full-time football in the Football League. So they've done really well. Finished on 53 points, 11 points clear of the relegation zone last year as well. Simon Weaver has done an outstanding job. As we know, well, if you don't know, a lot of those players have come literally through the depths. I think one of their players has just retired. I think it's Josh Falkingham, just retired. He's been there since the beginning. We know Belshaw, the Belshaw reunion.
Thompson.
Yeah, there's loads. So yeah, what do you make of it? What do you make of Harrogate at home? Do you think it's a? Yeah, do you think it's a good one? I don't think you can really say because we're coming off the back of obviously a horrible season, but what's your thoughts going into it, and what's your thoughts on Harrogate?
Yes, you can't. As a home fan, you can't put your finger on anything, can you? Because you don't know what we are. Yeah. You don't know what we're going to look like. You don't know. We're an unknown quantity. So Harrogate know exactly what they are. Like I said, that side and that model have been put together by the Weavers over a course of years. You know, what I mean, they're punching above their weight, really, just to be a league team. But they know what they're about. They know who they are. They know what they need to do to win games, etc. So we don't know anything about our lot at the minute.
No.
So I don't think it's going to be easy. And Harrogate know exactly what they are and where they sit in the food chain. They're not going to make it. They're not going to come and make it pleasant.
No, 100%.
There'll be. I expect, going off what we know of the group of players that we've inherited and what we've got from last season, I expect Harrogate to, considering the way they survive and stay in leagues, they will be far, far superior to us from dead balls, defending and attacking them. that's what keeps you in League Two, being good in both boxes. And if you're brilliant at it and superb at it, it'll get you out of the division.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Rich saying, Josh in his favourite gas shirt, that is actually the worst ever made, says Rich. Hainer working in a science lab, says Ben. Yeah, I've gone for it. I've tried a new look. I've got these bought these blue light bulbs, and well, the light here is a shambles because I'm trying to hold it up because it's broke. So yeah, there we go. That sums up. But yeah, I agree. It's definitely not going to be easy. It's definitely not going to be easy. They're going to come in, like you said, they know exactly what they've done. I don't think, based on pre-season, I don't think they've had a good one in terms of results, but it doesn't matter. You could literally go into you could win every game, and then lose the first league game. So it doesn't really matter on that. I know they've played Barnsley, Carlisle. They've had a few obviously losses, but like you said, it don't really matter. In terms of signings, currently they've signed Lewis Cass from Grimsby on a free, Mason Bennett, the forward that used to be at Millwall, Derby, and formerly at Burton. I think he was there last season. Jack Evans, who's a midfielder from Halifax. Reece Smith, who's a winger, and Sean McCloskey, who I'm pretty sure used to be at the Shit as well. They've both signed on a free transfer from Maidenhead. So, and Tom Bradbury, a centre back, who's meant to be quite a good one as well, which is decent. So yeah, it's not going to be easy, but yeah, like you said, our opening day record as well isn't the best. We obviously won last year, very tense, nervy game at home against Northampton. I think that was our first win in 13 or 14 years. So would be nice to get back-to-back wins. I think they will be down there at the end of the season, but I think they will stay up. But anything could happen. Anything could happen on Saturday. Sam said, nice jacket. Yeah, vintage. I bought off vintage gas. Love it. Yeah, I mean, let's get into our lineups. Obviously, Josh has already give his. What would be your lineup, Neil?
Southwood in goal.
Comments as well.
Southwood in goal. I'd go Senior and Sparks at fullback. Kilgore and Ellison at centre half. McCracken, Conter and Howley in the middle. Thomas and Hutchison off a promise.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So you're doing that thing as well, which is fair enough. And I was actually going to do it as well. Obviously not starting Taylor because obviously he's linked, wants to move away. Yeah,
I wouldn't have him in the dressing room. Wouldn't have him in the squad. Like if you've made your indications clear that you don't want to be here.
Yeah, I agree.
Surplus to requirements, isn't there? But you've got to get him out of the building. You've got to get a deal done. Like I fully appreciate that he's a good player and he's a decent centre half, but you need to get your ducks in a row as a football club. You can't just go, do you know what, he wants away, but I'm going to play him. What message does that send to the rest of them? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If your cards have been put on the table and you've knocked on the door and said, I want out, which is fair enough. I'm Conor Taylor, I want out as well. Yeah. You can't expect to go and then walk in and lead your side out on a Saturday. You've got to draw a line in the sand, haven't you? And say, do you know what? He said he don't want to be a part of this group, so he ain't going to be. Yeah.
That's. I actually agree with you. I agree. And again, like you said, it's obviously Taylor's quality, but like you said, if the rumours are true, and he wants to leave, which is completely fair enough. He's been here. Nothing's really, well, it's not got better on or off the pitch. And yeah, he can easily get a League One side. So that's all
hypothetical. Like if that isn't what's gone down, and he hasn't said he wants to leave, and it's just a matter of bids coming in and being knocked back, and he's just got on with his work. That's a different conversation.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But if it doesn't really depend on his ability, it depends on where Connor's head's at.
Yeah.
And if his head's at is I'm knuckling down, and if a bid comes in and it's accepted, I'll go and speak. But if he's knocked on the door and gone, do you know what? I want to go and speak to these people that are coming in and making a show an interest, then that tells you everything you need to know. And again, I don't blame him. If I'm Connor, I'd do the same.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, that's completely fair enough, to be honest. My team, personally, I'd go a 4-3-3, but I'll just go with what I think Daryl's going to play. So Southwood in goal, Senior and Sparks at wing backs. 3 centre backs would be Taylor Moore, Kilgore, and Ellison. Midfield, I would go Conte and McEachran. I would play Hutchinson in the 10, and then I would play Soterio and Promise up front. It's really frustrating because I really want to play Luke Thomas, but I know it's what we've seen in pre-season, and it's interesting with Hutch as well because he was meant to play as a 10 against Coventry, but because they were so dominant, we basically went to a 5-4-1. And in no game at all, he's played 10. He's played every game as a centre mid. So, yeah, I would do that though. I think, leave Thomas, Dewsbury. Again, bench is going to be weird. I don't know what Howley, if his injuries, if he's back. Yeah, I don't know how long the Shackford injuries like. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that would be my team. Predictions. Let us know in the comments. I know a few of you have already left them. Obviously, comments saying obviously about centre half, which is fair enough. Ed, even to Ed as well. Relax will be at the top. 5-0 gas, Harry Jenkins. Bloody hell, he does love a 5-0 to be fair. But yeah, get in all your predictions and let us know how you think gas will get on. Josh, if you just joined or if you missed it, Josh just said 2-0 Rovers. He's gone with Promise and Ellis Harrison to get both of the goals. Neil, what are we saying prediction wise and goal scorers?
Muldoon and Ellis late.
What you gone 1-1?
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, Muldoon is a player who I completely forgot. He was there. Yeah, he's their best player. I think he's 36 now. Just signed a new contract as well. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, Neil's gone 1-1. Josh has gone 1-1. Negative nil. He's only joking.
Well, all right, then we'll win the league and we'll win 7-0. There you are. It's a load of bollocks, though, isn't it? It won't happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's completely fair enough. Barry Greenwood's gone 3-1 gas. Thomas with 2 goals. Hutchinson with 1. What else? Yeah, keep getting your predictions. There's loads of you watching, so please get in your predictions. What have we got? Jason said 1-0. Too new for the team's too new for anything more. Thatcher's and Sam has gone 2-0 gas, Connor Taylor and Promise. There we go. Jacob said Neil owes everyone a pint if we go up.
I'm sure they're old enough to have one, are they? A lot of them.
Nah, to be fair, yeah, Tom and all that, they are. They're youth, but they're 18, 19, 20. Maybe even 21. I can't remember. But yeah, they're all good lads. To be fair, Jacob says I'll have a warm pint of Foster's, please, Neil, if Omachiri wins Golden Boot. There we go. But yeah, keep getting into predictions if you haven't already. We're going to end really soon. I'm going to go with. I'm also going to. Josh took my scoreline, but yeah, I've gone 2-0 as well. I'm going to go Alfie Kilgore and Soterio. So there we go. Yeah, I've gone 2-0. I don't think it would be easy. I think it'd be very nervy. But that's what I'm going to go for as well. But yeah, we're going to end it now, literally just under an hour. So yeah, appreciate everyone that has tuned in. Thanks for all the comments. Yeah, keep up the quality support. Yes, they're still asking for drinks. Tom saying 3-0, Belongo hat-trick against his old club. There we go. That would be nice. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. 11 away before we started the stream, so it would be class if we can get to 6K ASAP. Obviously, give Neil a follow. Appreciate him for coming on. Obviously, Josh, give him a follow. Subscribe to his channel. Follow his TikTok and my TikTok as well. So I'm back on the grind, like you said, on there now. So, And my League 2 predictions will be out tomorrow if anyone wants to see the whole of them on YouTube and TikTok. So, yeah, thanks to Neil for coming on. Got any last words, Neil, before we end the stream?
No, nothing positive.
Nothing positive. No, that's fair. So, yeah, there we go. Kyogo saying, cheers for the stream. New season is upon us. Absolutely up the gas. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I will, if you've just joined or you joined halfway through, I will leave timestamps either later on or tomorrow, depending on when I can edit it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, follow Talking Gas on socials if you haven't already. And we'll see you in the next one. Up the gas.